Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5.
Exclusive video from the scene of a shooting in Richland this weekend, but new tonight. Police are finally sharing what went down.
Plus, only Apple Valley News Now is there when a kidnapping suspect is arrested in Benton County.
And officials providing an update tonight on the Yakima Delta fire that has most of the Tri-Cities buzzing.
And Stacy is tracking a first alert weather night.
That's right. It's the calm before the storm. Looking good so far, but I'll tell you what you can expect coming up. The news at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
We have made it to the middle of the week. Good evening and thank you for being here. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman.
Okay, it has been a sunny day so far, but things could change before sunset.
I know, it has been beautiful. I don't want to say goodbye to it, but it looks like conditions, could be perfect for this.
All right, let's check in with First Alert Stacy Lee. She's joining us with severe storms.
And Austin, tell me, did your weather app just alert you?
It did, yes, I got it.
First to know.
That's right, we have incoming weather. This is from the National Storm Prediction Center. They put us at a level 1 out of 5 for severe storms. On the west side of the state, they're at a level 2, the first time that's ever happened. We could be seeing severe storms from Seattle all the way down to Eugene, Oregon. So isolated severe storms tonight, damaging wind gusts, hail, and heavy rain, all possible throughout the night. Tonight, between 6 and 11-ish. We're kind of keeping an eye on that. Right now, though, you wouldn't know it by looking outside. 78 degrees. It's gorgeous out on the Columbia River. The winds are starting to pick up, and you'll see winds picking up just before those storms move your direction, so just be aware of that. Look at these temperatures, though, all through the area. Beautiful day, nice and warm. We also broke some records yesterday in Walla Walla, Pendleton, Hermiston, and Ellensburg, and we'll have some more record-breaking temps for today. We'll tally those up for you tomorrow morning. Look for those strong storms tonight. Gusty winds and rain continue Thursday. Could see some more thunder and lightning. Not quite as severe tomorrow, but definitely unsettled. We're also keeping our eye on those rivers, creeks, and streams. They are rising to full level at this point. No flooding just yet, but we're going to be watching that closely. And then our mountain snow also returns as we head into the weekend. I'll get to all the details coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Austin, Wendy.
Thank you, Stacy. This past Saturday, the Richland Police Department responded to a drive-by shooting at the Columbia Park Apartments, where there were multiple reports of gunfire on Jadwin Avenue. Witnesses apparently told officials a man fired several times at a white Dodge Challenger that drove off. We're told the registered owner of the Challenger had reported the vehicle stolen, which was found on Sunday abandoned in an orchard. We do have an update on this case. The shooting suspect was arrested yesterday. The investigation continues to be ongoing. One teen died and 4 others were hurt after a drive-by shooting in Moses Lake last Friday. Here's what officials are telling us now. The shooting happened on Loop Drive. A 14-year-old boy was killed, they said, and 3 other teens and an adult were taken to the hospital. A 14-year-old from Mattawa has since been arrested at Cadillac Hospital located in Richland, where he was being treated for what detectives are calling a self-inflicted gunshot wound to his lower leg. He has been booked into juvenile detention for first-degree murder. Well, last night, Benton County Sheriff's deputies tried to stop a car driving without its lights on. While talking with the driver, deputies noticed that the passenger, 19-year-old Connor Schoeneck, had several warrants out for his arrest.
Yeah, here's what we know. When deputies asked him to get out of the car, the man jumped on top of the woman driving and sped off. As he tried to get away, he ended up in a dead end and got out and ran. Deputies found a gun in the car after he had left, and on top of his warrants, he is now facing a number of new charges, including attempted kidnapping and unlawful possession of a firearm. We can now report the man fit the description of that man in the Bryson Brown Road area and was arrested. Bryson Brown Road area and was arrested this morning.
Well, Yakima County Sheriff's deputies responded to a drive-by shooting at a home in Parker after reports of a shooting. Witnesses say 2 young males drove by the home and began yelling threats at another man outside. The car left, but later returned, and witnesses say this is when shots were fired, with one person returning fire. One of the people in the car was treated for a gunshot wound. Both males were detained and the vehicle seized. They were booked on felony assault and drive-by shooting charges. The Mabton City Council still at odds with Mayor Rachel Ruelas over her hiring of a city treasurer whose contract they refused to approve.
The city has legal help again after hiring Wenatchee-based law firm Ogden Murphy Wallace. But attorneys say they will only be at meetings if the council requests them ahead of time, citing scheduling conflicts with another city they represent, a problem when the council still doesn't have answers on whether the mayor's hiring of Sophia Martin for treasurer is legal, and conflict continues in City Hall.
I need you guys to know that every time you guys hold off on not approving any kind of payroll or any kind of bills, we are getting charged for late fees. So just keep in mind.
Well, then make sure you have the receipts attached to it so we don't.
All right, coming up at 6, the city one step closer to having a fully staffed police department, even as lingering questions remain over city finances. Again, that's coming up new at 6 from our Emily Goodell.
The Sela Downtown Association has enlisted local high school students to help with their push to beautify the city. They're replacing some of the city's outdated garbage cans with wine barrel wraps designed by a local artist. The project features metal and powder-coated logos created by Sela High School students that will also end up on city flower boxes.
I love having students. We also have a Sela Downtown Association Viking Edition to kind of develop our student volunteers, so all of it makes sense.
The metal signs will be showcased on 6 garbage cans and 8 flower boxes, with the project expected to be completed by next week.
An out-of-this-world encounter happened at Columbia Basin College as a NASA astronaut made his way to town. Jose Hernandez spoke to a room full of community members at CBC about achieving their goals. As a child, Hernandez wasn't able to speak English until the age of 11 due to inconsistent time in school.
Yes.
And it actually took Hernandez 12 tries before finally being accepted into NASA's astronaut program.
I think it was very important because I grew up pretty similar background than a lot of these kids, and I'm sort of just empowering them to believe that sky's not the limit, the stars are. I'm living proof of that.
After his speech, Hernandez signed autographs and talked with community members, letting them know if they work hard, their dreams can come true.
Fire crews are keeping a close eye on the delta near the Yakima River Bridge. The fire sparked up again yesterday. Check out this video, leading multiple crews to work on this to put it out. The fire first began on Sunday. Fire crews telling us as soon as one hot spot was put out, another one would appear. Emergency services have worked to establish a containment line on the northern end through a controlled burn. Because of this, the bike path will remain closed. Well, President Trump has signed an executive order which will boost proof of citizenship requirements for voting in federal elections. With this order, you would need to show your passport, military ID card, or qualifying state or federal photo ID, or you would need proof that complies with the Real ID Act of 2005. A Supreme Court ruling mandates that states accept a generic voter registration form offered by the U.S. Election Assistance Commission. The form does not require citizenship documents. The EAC says it is reviewing the executive order and will determine its next steps.
Our area needs more nurses stat. Soon, Washington will be among the worst in the country when it comes to the nursing shortage. Wendy is investigating what that means for us here in the Tri-Cities.
The countdown is on. New numbers show by 2037, Washington and North Carolina are projected to lead the country, having the most severe nursing shortage. So what does this mean for you and your health care?
That scares me because I'm getting into the aging population, and is there going to be anybody to take care of me? You know, I'm incredibly worried about it.
Brad Pryor is one of many local nurses getting ready to retire and is concerned about the future of nursing. Now, Cadillac says they are working quickly to get creative with solutions. Just how do they plan to ensure they have enough nurses in the coming years? I'm Wendy Redman. Don't miss this Apple Valley News Now investigation, nursing shortage, critical condition, tonight at 6.
All right, Wendy, we're looking forward to it. In the meantime, still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 5, our Monique Ledesma hits the streets throughout Benton County and talks to Benton PUD customers about a big rate increase. Hear what they have to say. And as we leave you to break, here's a live picture from Yakima. Get ready for storms. Stacey Lee is tracking your first alert weather forecast. Do not go anywhere. Oh, also, a quick reminder, download our brand new Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app for up-to-date information on these storms as the night rolls on. Just scan this QR code to download it right to your phone.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them. It's like we got our own special club. Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off, plus a free thermostat on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
One of the best female groups of all time, En Vogue, in concert. Saturday, May 31st at Legends Casino Hotel. The multiple Grammy Award nominees with more than 20 million records sold worldwide. En Vogue. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss En Vogue live Saturday, May 31st at Legends Casino Hotel.
Curve Appeal's new Era machine is here with an unbeatable offer. Get 4 sessions for just $999 or 8 sessions for $1,799. The best prices in town for incredible results. This special ends April 12th. Start your new era with Curve Appeal. Book your consultation today.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the Big Truck Heavy Hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck? Our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the Big Truck Heavy Hitter.
The Heavy Hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar April 3rd and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
At US Cellular, you don't have to choose between a great phone and the right phone plan for you. You can get 4 free phones of your choice and 4 lines for just $90.
That's like us not having to choose between tickets to wrestling or that puppet musical.
Because you get both.
US Cellular, built for us.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Real Estate Services, Christine Connolly, Realtor.
Welcome back. New at 5 now, the community lost a giant in the hockey world. Peyton Steele died unexpectedly earlier this month, leaving family members just in disbelief.
Peyton was just 19 years old. His parents discovered he had a heart defect that had gone undetected his whole life. He hit the ice at the age of 4 and never looked back, playing at a high level with the Tri-City Amateur Hockey Association for 15 years. Well, he wasn't always the star of the team. He truly gave it his all, not only making goals on the ice, but working to accomplish goals in life, like education and love for family.
You saw those guys out there on the ice skating, and you just see he was just amazed by it. But that first goal that was scored, and the horn went off and everybody cheering, that was it. That kid was in love with it.
Aw, well, Peyton leaves behind a legacy of his love of the game, his ultimate goal he would make happen only through losing his life. Coming up at 6, the story you don't want to miss. The ultimate goal, the ultimate gift. Our Dan Hansen will have that story only on Apple Valley News Now.
Turning to your money, Benton PUD is announcing a rate change for their customers. The company says this is the company's first retail rate increase in over 5 years. The change, Benton PUD says, is approved by its Board of Commissioners. The approved rate increase is 5%, which will apply to all rate components, including daily system charge, kilowatt hour, and demand charge. Our Monique Ledesma went out and about today, spoke to a Benton PUD customer who says he was unaware of the increase and has some concerns.
Because, you know, the prices have been going up, and it's just like kind of hard with like people who live like in, you know, households of 8. Like for me, example, I live in a household of 8. It's harder to be able to like get the things of necessities, like, you know, healthcare related things, just like, you know, basic livings like hygiene, food, and, you know, just all those things.
The increase in rate charge is set to start on April 1st, and no, this is not an April Fool's joke. Hearings began in Olympia this afternoon on the budget proposals from House and Senate Democrats, which spend close to $80 billion over the next 2 years.
Murrow News fellow Albert James shows us how the plans are being received on the other side of the aisle and what some special interest groups think about key aspects of the proposals.
It is an awfully troubling direction that the House and Senate majorities would take us in.
Legislative Republicans are staking out strong opposition to the budget proposals made by Democrats in the House and Senate Monday. Democrats are looking to spend close to $80 billion over the next 2 years. While they say they've made some cuts to close a projected multi-billion-dollar deficit, they argue new taxes on the wealthy and raising the cap on property taxes are necessary to maintain crucial state services.
Some will say that we cannot afford to continue recent investments in Washington and Washingtonians. We say that we cannot afford not to continue those investments.
But Republicans argue the proposals go beyond wealthy people and businesses.
These taxes are going to be a disaster for businesses and individual Washingtonians alike, and make surviving in Washington, whether you're an individual, a family, or a business, extraordinarily hard.
The Association of Washington Business agrees. They believe the state is spending too much money with little result, and the proposed taxes will stifle business growth and job creation.
This is an innovative state. We need to get back to creating more opportunities and attracting businesses to come here, rather than push them away.
On education, while they were disappointed in cuts to colleges and universities, the Washington Education Association says they welcome increased funding for K-12 materials and operating costs and special education.
This increased funding makes a difference for our most marginalized students. It provides additional resources, and it also provides relief for school districts who are struggling financially as well.
Legislative Republicans took issue with the amount of funding provided to create a police hiring grant program highlighted as a priority by Governor Ferguson. House Democrats gave $50 million over 4 years, while Senate Democrats didn't include any funding in their budget.
Right now, the Democrats are falling significantly short of even the governor's request on that matter. And who knows, maybe he will follow through with his word and veto either of those budgets for not including that $100 million.
Both budget proposals are set to be voted at a committee on Thursday. The Senate proposal is currently slated for a floor vote on Saturday, while the full House will vote on their proposal next Monday. At the state capitol in Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
The proposal will reach the governor's office before passing a finalized version.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
On a First Alert Weather Day, we should call it a First Alert Weather Night because most of our storms are going to be impacting us later tonight. Here's the weather pattern coming up from the south. That's that warm tropical moisture mixing in with these warm temperatures, but a big cool down right behind that. That's what creates those thunderstorms. So high risk potential in our area, as you can see there. This is what was released from the Storm Prediction Center. That's in Oklahoma, and they don't release these kind of storm warnings in our area very rarely. In fact, fact, this is the first time a level 2's ever been issued for the west side of our state. We're at level 1 for marginal. Severe risk also for hail accompanying this system, and we could see golf ball size hail on the west side, maybe some pea size or quarter size hail in our region. Here's what Futurecast is showing us. This is the HRR model. It's being a little more conservative. It's showing the Tri-Cities kind of missing out on all the action, but by about 8 o'clock tonight, you'll start to feel that impact in the Kittitas and the Yakima valleys, Yakima, Kittitas, and the east slopes of the Cascade. As we go through the night, we may have a hit or miss shower in the Columbia Basin. More so towards the morning is when we'll see more active showers, and it's going to be a very busy weather day tomorrow as well, with more showers, potential thunderstorms not as strong as today. We're also going to be tracking strong gusty winds as these storms move through the area. You can see our mountain passes and those mountain gap areas, very strong winds, and we'll see those winds really pick up here along the foothills of the Blues, the Columbia Basin. We'll see some strong gusty winds overnight, so be ready for a blustery evening tonight outside, so batten down the hatches. Let's take a look at our sky cams. We got 4 of them going on. Pretty calm and pretty quiet all across the region from Yakima to Richland, Kennewick, and Pasco. We're seeing pretty quiet weather so far this evening, but that's going to be changing in the next couple of hours. Temperatures still on the warm side and breaking records in some of our areas. We still don't have the official daytime highs, but pretty close there, as you can see, just under 80 degrees. Now, we're going to have a substantial decrease in our temperatures beginning tomorrow. For tonight, again, thunderstorms and gusty winds. With these thunderstorms, we could see some hail coming, strong gusty winds at times, and heavy downpours of wind. We're also keeping a close eye on our rivers, creeks, and streams with the warm-up that we've had. We've had rapid snow melt. We're seeing increases on the Natchez River. We're also seeing increases on the Yakima River in the Benton City area, so be very careful next to those rivers, creeks, and streams. Look for some strong gusty winds and some unsettled rainy days for Thursday, Friday. Then as we head into next week, look at our temperatures staying pretty average or just below it. And don't forget, April 1st, right there on Tuesday. Here's what it looks like in Yakima. Windy, a little unsettled there as well. Tomorrow, look for scattered showers on and off throughout the day. We could see showers returning on Monday. Ellensburg also looking at some windy conditions. Ellensburg, be on note tonight. It looks like the majority of this big storm is heading in your direction this evening. So anybody in and around the Kittitas Valley should be very careful tonight. Remember the saying, when the thunder roars, we head indoors. So take cover and again, be safe out there. Walla Walla, windy and wet as well, with temperatures decreasing down in the 50s by Monday. And in Hermiston, some gusty winds there as well. So here we go from nearly 80 degrees dropping down to the low 60s overnight. So big change. And guess what? Mountain snow coming back as well.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that strange?
Just so much going on.
There's a lot going on.
And you would never know it walking around today with how beautiful it was.
Yeah. Exactly.
Good thing Stacy's here to let us know.
There you go.
That's crazy.
All right, we've got the spotlight when we come back.
Apple Valley News Now investigates critical condition, the nursing shortage, tonight.
This tax season, Walker's Furniture is covering the sales tax for you. We're doubling down on savings. Plus, with no money down special financing, create the home of your dreams and pay over time. Get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is your destination for endless excitement, fun, and thrilling wins. Gear up to win a brand new Toyota Tacoma this March. Join us every Friday and Saturday to spin the wheel for your share of $10,000 cash and prizes. It's a 4x4 Fortune grand prize drawing on March 29th with 4 spins, 4 winners, and 1 new Tacoma. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
Yakima Federal Savings and Loan was founded in 1905 and has kept your money safe and sound for 120 years. Your deposits at YakFed help people buy homes and build strong communities. We believe in giving back, proudly supporting local events and organizations that make a difference where we all live and work. With 10 local branch locations, we're committed to our communities and keeping your money secure. Experience the difference. Call, click, or come by and make the switch today.
Buy a new air conditioner in March and get the furnace for free, plus a free thermostat, air filtration system, and a 12-year parts and labor warranty. Buy now and pay nothing until next year. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
On behalf of STCU, we want to present you with this $1,000 check.
Sherelle Woods founded Love and Me 911 back in 2022. She became inspired to create a nonprofit that focuses on promoting body positivity and self-love.
So I called a couple of friends and I said, you know, I want to turn something that was meant for negative, I want to turn it into something positive.
STCU honors volunteers in our community. To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Attention Kennewick Irrigation District customers. Due to worsening drought conditions in Washington State, we recommend that you prepare landscaping needs now, for restrictions will likely occur later. Use voluntary watering schedule to ease your lawn into future restriction. Use drip and hose irrigation to focus water where it's needed. Your water conservation efforts today will directly impact the availability of water throughout the irrigation season. Remember, every drop counts. For more information, visit KID.org and click the Drought Information button.
This tax season, Walker's Furniture is covering the sales tax for you. We're doubling down on savings. Plus, with no money down special financing, create the home of your dreams and pay over time. Get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's.
Every night at 5, I bring you the spotlight. If happiness is a warm burrito, the staff at Grandview Middle School sure knew how to celebrate some very hardworking students this morning. Take a look. Students that were invited to this breakfast were treated with burritos with homemade tortillas, and they definitely worked for them because the attendees, get this, earned a 4.0 all this quarter. All right, if you have an idea for the spotlight, send me an email. It's easy. Final weather is next.
The Kraken home against the Oilers Thursday at 6:30. Apple Valley News Now.
You get in a car wreck and call the insurance company and get nowhere. Stop wasting your time. Just make one more call to 853-2222. They can't ignore my demand to pay you all the money you deserve.
Call 853-2222.
Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a ride. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or taking on serious acreage, let's go the distance. Shop in store and online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel. Let's go mow.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
The old me was stuck in the daily grind. My routine didn't allow for any self-expression. I found clay, and that changed everything. I realized my calling was to give others the space to be creative, to build something. This is the first and that's how Clayton was born. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow and bring people together. There's a creative side in all of us. That's what I hope people come here to find.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Ink Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
This tax season, you can relax. There's no tax. Walker's Furniture is covering the sales tax for you. For a limited time, we're doubling down on discounts. It's the perfect time to refresh your space and save big, so you can get the tax break you need and a deal you'll love. Plus, with no money down special financing, you can create the home of your dreams now and pay over time. This week at Walker's, where quality just costs less.
You get in a car wreck and call the insurance company and get nowhere. Stop wasting your time. Just make one more call to 853-2222. They can't ignore my demand to pay you all the money you deserve.
Call 853-2222.
A healthcare crisis.
I'm incredibly worried about it. I don't know what can be done.
Impacting patients in the Pacific Northwest.
I don't see an answer to the problem.
Nursing shortage, critical condition. Apple Valley News Now investigates tonight at 6.
Next ET. Chelsea Handler drops by to talk her next TV chapter.
Would you ever do a morning show?
Plus, our exclusive on set of The Conners final season.
I'm old now and I don't like change.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
And a first alert weather night tonight again. Severe storms. We're going to have gusty winds and some stormy days ahead. Very unsettled for the next couple of days. Remember tonight, thunder roars. Head indoors. Be safe out there. Again, get ready. Ellensburg, Kittitas, Yakima Valley. I think that's where the strongest portion of these storms are going to show up tonight, guys.
All right. Get that Apple Valley News Now weather app.
Absolutely.
That will be a must heading into this evening. All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
We're back at 6, hoping your news is good news.
We'll see you then.